You're listening to Crud Talk, a ministry of 50 Shades of Grace. Everybody's got a story. I'm guessing, like me, you've been hurt before. But what if I told you there was more to this life than being stuck in the hurt and sin of your past? Hey, we all have crud, but it's how we deal with it that makes all the difference.
Today's episode is brought to you by C&G Enterprises. We thank you for your generous gift, which allows us to share hope and continue to help people deal with the crud in their lives. So thank you. Hey everybody, welcome to Crud Talk. I'm Sonia Bruner. How are you doing? Are y'all freezing? I feel like the whole country is under a freeze. We've had some crazy weather for January. How are you doing? It's been a crazy start to this month for sure. I'm going to jump right in tonight, and I'm just going to preface this today by saying I'm really sorry for your toes. I'm sorry for the toe stomping that you're going to get tonight. Believe me, mine are bloodied and bruised. I'll tell you that. First, I need to ask you, what do you want? What do you want? And second, why do you want it? What will you do to get it? What will happen if you don't get it? Here's what the Bible says. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. That's found in Matthew 6, verse 33. It says to seek him first. Well, that's a great answer, right? So we're done. We're all done tonight. We don't have to keep going. The answer is to seek Jesus. But why isn't Jesus enough? We're going to talk about idolatry. Idolatry starts in the heart. It's craving, wanting, enjoying, being satisfied by anything that you treasure more than God. What is an idol? An idol is the thing loved more than God, enjoyed more than God. It could be a boyfriend, a husband. It could be grades. It could be the approval of other people. It could be success in business. It could be your children. It could be your looks, clothes, popularity, money, always being in control, or being a perfectionist. It could be a hobby or a musical group or a movie star that you follow, or a sport, or having an immaculate house. If you've ever been snorkeling in the ocean, which I've been one time, it was so fabulous. You know that there's this whole other world below the surface. What you see below the water is entirely a different view than what you see standing on the shore. The people in our lives, most of the time, only see above the surface. Idolatry happens in a deeper place. It's in our hearts. We know it, and God knows it. Does this sound like anyone you know? They exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator, who is forever praised. That's found in Romans 1, verse 25. Do not have other gods besides me. Do not make an idol for yourself, whether in the shape of anything in the heavens above or on the earth below or in the waters under the sea. That's Exodus 20, verse 3 and 4. Isn't it interesting that idolatry is mentioned as the first commandment? Why does this come first in the order? We never break any of the other commandments without breaking this one first. Ooh, idolatry. There's something you feel you must have to be happy that is more important to your heart than God himself. Turning from idols always includes a rejection of the culture that the idols produce. God tells Israel that they must not only reject the other nations' gods, but you shall not follow their practices. Most of us do not want to reject the culture. Oh. How do we know if we are struggling with idolatry? Something is an idol when it's what I daydream about the most. The true God of your heart is what your thoughts go to when there is nothing else demanding your attention. Let me say that again because somebody needs to hear that. Our true God of our heart is what our thoughts go to when there is nothing else demanding our attention. It's what I most enjoy talking about. It's what I fear losing the most. It's what I most enjoy reading about. It's what I most love spending money on. Jesus said, where your treasure is, there is your heart also, Matthew 6, verse 21. It's what I look to for heart rejuvenation. It's what I most enjoy spending time on. It causes me to disobey God. Oh, it gives me greater joy than Jesus Christ. When my joy and satisfaction or pleasure in the thing, whatever it is, does not point my heart to Christ as my greatest joy, then it has become an idol. Look for your idols at the bottom of painful emotions, especially those that drive you to do things you know are wrong. If you're angry a lot, ask yourself, is there something here that's too important to me? Something I'm telling myself I have to have at all costs? The same thing if you have strong fear or guilt. Am I down on myself because I've lost or failed at something, which I believe is a necessity when it's really not? If you're overworking or driving yourself into the ground with busyness, ask yourself, do I feel that I must have this thing to be fulfilled and significant? What we value determines what we do. Every action, every thought, it's the things we pursue so strongly that becomes our identity. Security, self-worth, that's what defines us. It's what we place our trust in, our hope in, that defines us. Do we trust things or do we trust Jesus? So there's 4 things that we humans seem to desire more than anything. I bet you won't be shocked by these. Number 1, power. That's described as a longing for influence or recognition. Taking it from someone else and then using it to dominate or prevent others from gaining it. The ability of one person to exert control and influence within a relationship or group. Power refers to the ability to influence, right? Or to direct the behaviors of others or the course of events. It's derived from various sources like knowledge, wealth, physical strength, or social status. Control, on the other hand, involves the authority or ability to manage, direct, or restrain something or someone. We can have power without control, but control usually creates power. A longing for recognition usually leads to comparison. Looks, kids, husband, house, money. So tell me, if we have it all, does that make us better than someone who doesn't have much? Does it make us feel like we are in or popular? Does it make us feel good? Having the perfect kids, the perfect husband, a nice body, a certain neighborhood, a certain lifestyle. What about social media or movies or books or gossip? Most of this, you guys, is total lies. Yet we're killing ourselves to be better than the last post we saw. So we're chasing after the lies and believing that we must emulate that or we're somehow less than. Stop wondering if you're doing something wrong because someone else is doing something right. Stop comparing your life to others or you will miss the chance to actually live yours. Pursuing power also leads to jealousy. That's feeling resentment against someone because of that person's success or their advantages or their talents or material possessions. Jealousy can consist of one or more emotions like anger or resentment, inadequacy, helplessness, or disgust. There's lots of examples, but this is a big one, especially in the church. I'm fine with you until you display a talent in the same area that I'm talented in. And then all of a sudden, game on, I'm smiling to your face, but I'm tearing you down behind your back. You know what I'm talking about. We've all done this. Jealousy is lethal, not only in the local church, but in our lives in general. Jealousy is lethal. It can make a normal, kind-hearted man do crazy things because he's jealous. Let me mention this real quick because it's kind of in the same vein as jealousy. There is a difference between feeling threatened and feeling intimidated. Let me explain what I'm talking about here. The difference is fear. When a person feels threatened, they're afraid that you or I will try to take or will take something that they have or want, like a boyfriend or girlfriend or a spouse, their best friend, a job, a promotion, or the role they've established in their social group or their family group, relationships, you know what I'm talking about. These feelings of being threatened always stem from our own insecurity. And insecurity leads to jealousy. See the cycle? I have had people say that they can't handle social media because of their jealousy over seeing what other people are posting or doing on their vacations or what's going on in their lives or their successes or their kids. I've even had people say, I just can't handle social media because when I see somebody's post, their family looks perfect and mine is just falling apart. I want to remind you, we see the highlight reel on social media. We see the highlight reel. Nobody's putting their dirty laundry on there. Nobody's putting their arguments with their spouse or how their kids are sassing them. No, that's not what we post. We post the highlight reel. And then look at our average life and we just feel less than, which feeds jealousy and insecurity. So let's get real for a minute. We don't fear the things we are secure in. Do you get that? We don't have a problem with the things we are secure in. We don't have any problems with jealousy unless we feel threatened or insecure. When a beautiful woman walks in the room, we don't have a problem unless we are insecure about our own looks or maybe our relationship or our marriage. You know what I mean? A good-looking girl walks in the room and all of a sudden we kind of grab our hubbies closer. Right? Guys, you do the same thing. A good-looking guy walks in the room and you kind of get closer to your girl. Jealousy, along with the insecurity it stems from, brings out the worst in us. It's lethal. I said that. We shut down and lash out when we let insecurity get the best of us. Let me say this real quick too. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are with someone who flirts or their eyes linger on someone else when they come in the room other than you, kick them to the curb. Bye-bye. Okay, enough of that. Pursuing power also leads to judgment. Stop judging other people. It's wrong. You can disagree. You can even be disappointed in others' choices. You cannot judge someone else. You can recognize sin. I can already hear people, you have to point out sin. Do you? I'm going to say this. You can recognize sin. If I see my good friend driving 50 million miles an hour towards the edge of a cliff, of course, I'm going to jump in and say, stop. You're going to hurt yourself, right? We can recognize sin, but you can't judge them because of their sin. Stop doing this. We are not better than anyone, but we're not worse either. Stop judging people. Number 2 thing that we really struggle with, you're going to be shocked, control. A longing to have everything go according to my plan. Control, such a powerful word. To be the boss, to be in charge, call the shots. From the beginning of time, man has tried to attain it. We've hurt ourselves for it. We've killed for it. We've even turned our back on heaven for it. And it is the single greatest lie that we all choose to believe. It's even got the word con in it. But here's the deal. The lie is we never had it. Control belongs to God alone. When we try to control our world or somebody else's, we're saying that we know best, that we are the boss worthy of calling the shots. So how's that working for you? How's that working for you? Number 3, comfort. Y'all. Comfort is a longing for pleasure. Here's the truth about that. Whatever I trust to satisfy me the most is what I worship as my God. Money, food, relationships, sex, addiction, popularity, intellect, even biblical knowledge. Lots of people rely on that to be okay with God. We're talking about pleasure. We're talking about comfort, a longing for pleasure. In 2022 alone, Pornhub got 23 billion visits. That's 729 people a second, or 64 million a day. And 1 in 3 visitors to adult websites are women. Alcohol, the most common abused substance in the United States. Women develop alcohol addiction more quickly than men. Antidepressants, 2 out of every 3 prescriptions are given to women. Painkillers, most addictive substance known today. A person can develop a dependence to these drugs in as little as 2 days. 2 days. So January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. I've been talking loudly about it because, as you know, that's part of my story. But here's a sobering statistic. According to the Department of Defense, some of the most current 2023 statistics on worldwide human trafficking, you're going to freak out. $99 billion has been generated through sex trafficking. $99 billion. America is the number one consumer of human trafficking worldwide. Good old USA. The United Nations divides human trafficking into 3 categories, and you need to hear this because a lot of people don't even know about this. The first one would be sex trafficking. The second one is labor trafficking or forced domesticitude, okay? Slaves, okay? Doing work for no money. And the removal of organs. Organ harvesting is a huge issue in the whole world, actually. And it defines human trafficking as the induction of by force, fraud, or coercion of a person to engage in the sex trade or the harboring, transportation, or obtaining of a person for labor, service, or organ removal. You got that right. Disgusting, evil, horrible. If someone can pay for an organ, they're going to get it from somewhere. If someone can pay for sex, they're going to get it from somewhere. If someone can pay to have a slave, they're going to get somebody to do it. Number 4, approval, a longing to be accepted or desired. We want this so badly that we're willing to do almost anything to get it. Why? Approval makes us feel valued, validated, and cared about when others affirm our worth. Relationships are very, very important to God, but not more important than God. Relationships should always point us to Jesus. Any relationship that pushes us away from Jesus is deadly. You better run. You better flee. How someone else thinks about you is never more important than what Jesus thinks about you. Jesus says you have enough and you are enough. So why isn't that good enough? We need to ask ourselves that. Jesus says we have enough, we are enough, and why isn't that good enough? That's the question, right? So what can we do if we've been struggling with idolatry? Number 1, you've heard this somewhere. Deal with your crud. There's a reason that you have not trusted Jesus for the things that you need. Talk to him about it. That's prayer. Ask him to show you the areas in your life that you haven't been able to or willing to trust him with. Ask yourself, what am I getting out of what I'm pursuing? Is it bringing me closer to Jesus? Is it based on loneliness, anger, jealousy, control, comparison? Or do I need to feel powerful because feeling vulnerable makes me feel too exposed? Am I afraid? Have I been hurt? You got to ask those things to help you start dealing with your crud, right? And then tell the truth on all of that. Tell the truth. Number 2, ask Jesus to forgive you. He will. He's faithful to forgive us. He will forgive. Then forgive yourself and any others that you need to forgive. Number 3, lay it down. Let it go. When you feel tempted to trust anything other than Jesus, ask yourself, what am I feeling? Right at this moment, what is driving this feeling? Am I reading the Bible? Am I praying? Am I believing lies? Or am I trusting the one who loves me? The very thing that you and I want and need, he's already provided it for us. Listen to this, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. All these things will be added to you. Matthew 6, verse 33. Hey, if you enjoy this podcast and you feel like you're getting something really juicy and good from the Lord out of it, would you share it with others? Word of mouth is the best advertising, y'all. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Such a blessing. Thank you for your prayers and your support and your comments. I'm Sonia Bruner. This is Crud Talk. See you next time.